What activities do you do in Flex? We've actually done a lot. In the beginning of the school year, we had a freshman picnic with the seniors. That was pretty awesome. We went out to the track and just hung out and had some snacks. We had a potluck uh, for finals. We kind of went in. We had a bunch of sources that we could read over and had a bunch of snacks.
Just kind of the usual. Been to Flexmas, watched a bunch of movies in the auditorium. The works.
There's actually been a lot of activities I've done. In the first week, there was Bagel Day, where we gathered in the outside in the track area, and we just had breakfast and we played a lot of get to know you games. And even before the school year started, there's been a freshman picnic to make the freshmen feel more welcome. And there's been Flexmas, which is like the day before break, where we do a talent show. We have a bunch of holiday favorites, kind of stuff.
Okay, so about a couple months ago, we did Flexmas for around Christmas break. We all just got together. There was a talent show. It was great. We got to eat food and be able to watch a small thing made by the seniors. And in my elective class, I'm actually going to be building a model castle for part of my work.
Flex has had a couple big projects that I've been involved with. We did an activity where we built Rome in a day, and that was really impactful because I was able to bring in woodworking, which is something that I enjoy, and I like doing that activity. We also did Flexmas, which I like that, and all the introductory stuff like Bagel Day and the freshman welcome picnic. They were all really fun.
The activities I've done at Flex, I've done a lot of, there was Flexmas. Flexmas was a big activity we all did. There was food, there was a talent show, and I got to meet past seniors and like alumni of Flex, which was super awesome because I wouldn't have met them otherwise. I wasn't here for the other events, like the introduction events, since I joined later, but there was a picnic I heard about, there was a bagel day, and those are some activities in Flex I think are really
What are the components of Flex?
Usually so later on there's a writing group, different elective you can choose, but early on it's a seminar you choose from where we usually go to down to the auditorium and watch a film, and then after we seminar about what we thought of it.
There's a lot of components of Flex. We have kind of the main ones, so we'll be in CG, which is kind of like A square in a way, and that's kind of our main group. And then we go to the auditorium to watch movies. We'll have, we do a bunch of things in the odd. We will have guest speakers come in. Those are always really interesting. We also have electives, so you can choose a topic from a teacher, and they will teach you that for about, I don't know, a month and a half.
Definitely the teachers, they're really good at their jobs. Definitely the students. I've met some great people here.
I would say you watch films and you have public speakers come in and you listen to them in the odd, and then there's also writing group, and when you're a freshman and sophomore you do writing group, and when you're a junior and senior you do gov and econ. And then there's also seminar and elective where you get to kind of pick your own interests.
I think there's 5 major components. Your homeroom, also known as counseling group. You've got your class in the auditorium where you go and watch sources and watch movies. You've got your writing group where you go and write so you can get better at that. Your elective where you can explore your interests, and your last but not least, your other classes, there's econ and DLR.
Flex it seems complicated at first, but it really isn't. You have your class in the odd where you can get sources and really absorb your information, and then you can go to seminar and talk about it. And then you have counseling group, which is a little community that you can be a part of. We have our small committee groups where we work on things to improve the inside and the outside of Flex. And then we have GLR, which is something like writing group where we can work on skills that have to build off of a year prior because it's intermixed with all 4 years. And that's basically it.
The components of Flex. Jeez, I didn't think about this.
Okay.
The components of Flex, like, they're the teachers. The teachers are amazing, by the way. Mr. Tchaikovsky, Miss Waddell, Miss Olson, and Miss McKenzie. 4 amazing teachers that have helped me be in Flex and acclimate to it. I think the people are one of the biggest components of Flex. That whole Flex is built on a community, and it's the people that make it a community. So there's seniors, juniors, sophomores that all reach a helping hand towards the freshmen, which is awesome to see. And I think it's a huge component. So what does your schedule look like?
So first, it's every day. It's flex. It takes up 2 hours of my day, and then I have a lunch after. And then I have chemistry, then orchestra, then math.
My schedule's pretty similar to a regular high schooler schedule, except for that flex takes up the 2 first periods of my morning, but it doesn't really change my schedule.
It honestly hasn't changed much. My first 2 hours of the day are flex, and then it's not really affected, but it's been very beneficial because flex stays the first 2 hours of the day, like each trimester.
Mhm.
So I'm very comfortable, like, and used to it.
Okay, so for the first 2 hours, I have my flex class. And then for my third class, I go to French at Groves. My fourth hour, I have honors integrated 2 math. And for my fifth hour, I have honors bio.
My schedule is pretty simple. I've never not done flex, so my schedule hasn't particularly changed. But what I've done is I have my first 2 hours, and then I have my math class, and then lunch, and then I finish off with choir and orchestra.
How does this affect? It has barely affected my schedule, honestly. It just takes up the first 2 hours of your day. And when you sign up for it, you already know it's going to take the two first hours of your day. So with that in mind, it helps me choose my other hours, which is really nice. It does take away one of your, what's it called? One of your electives, which honestly, it's a better sacrifice for the honors credit stuff. It's a really great place to be, and, well, it doesn't really affect my afternoon classes, so it looks pretty normal.
So how do your interests intertwine with flex?
Being able to kind of learn on your own and kind of have the teachers kind of look up to you and really being able to take on your own learning, I think it's really helped, and doing seminars and all that.
It intertwines perfectly. Like I'm into everything we do. Like it's gotten me really excited for my future, and I'm really happy about it.
I would say when I'm outside of school, I kind of like think about what I've learned and like thoughts about like I just like run into things that I noticed what I've been learning.
With elective, you get to like choose which kind of class you want, so you can explore your interests. They offer you a couple options. Right now I'm taking Gothic architecture, and it's been a great time.
Flex is really good at doing very vague projects, so you can really make it your own. I was able to bring in woodworking. There were a couple projects where I could work on technical stuff like computers, and I enjoyed doing that. It's also very good if you're an artsy student. We do a lot of drawing and visual interpretations, and I think that's a great way for interest in entertainment.
Some of my interests came from Flex. I've become more of a history nerd now. I've started getting more, what does Miss Mackenzie say? Academic. And like broadcasting, for example, in Flex, we did this thing where we had to build Rome in a day, and they want a video documentary of it, and I brought my broadcasting into that by making the video and stuff, and that brought my interest into Flex, which was awesome. What makes Flex impactful?
I would say having that community aspect, it really makes you feel very comfortable with your class. The teachers are very nice, and they're always willing to help you out.
I need more paper to write this stuff. Definitely the public speaking part. Definitely I learned probably a little bit of computer science, speaking with speaking with other people in groups, definitely with all the seminars we've been doing.
It just really doesn't do a lot of stuff that the normal like classes do. You have your normal English and you've got your normal history, but they just don't really delve deeper into the stuff that I find like really interesting. Like they take a look at like the Renaissance in depth, and you take a look at the Middle Ages in depth. It's just
Flex is impactful to me because it's a community. It's a bunch of people with common interests that get together that just want to be there, you know? It's not people that are sad to get out of bed in the morning and go to school. It's people that want to be there.
Flex is impactful because of its community. You will always have somebody there for you in Flex. It's impactful because like it's this unique thing that only C Home has. So it's amazing. And it's impactful in a way that like I guess you're always going to be supported there, and it feels like honestly it just feels like a giant family.
So what are the benefits of having Flex for all 4 years?
It's an honors program, so you have a lot of chances to boost up your GPA, and it has like a different classes, like side classes you can take, which can also improve your GPA as well.
You get to make a bunch of new friends from all different grades, from freshman all the way up to a senior. You get to learn about different things each year, so each year is a different theme.
Oh god, I'm gonna need a couple pages of paper. Definitely meeting new people. I've seen so many great faces here, and getting to know some new teachers. I'm definitely getting my public speaking skills up. Now I no longer have to worry about that fear on like probably the most planet. Getting to learn new things about writing and speeches.
Being in Flex all 4 years, it's really great for your college resume. It's an honors course, and so it really shows that you're academically strong, and it's also good for things like public speaking and speech making, and you get to stay with the same people for all 4 years. A lot of the times when you're switching, every few weeks, it gets really hard to form meaningful connections, which makes a learning environment a little bit tricky to navigate, and through Flex, you don't really have that.
The benefits is that you know what's coming next. It's something that's repetitive in its own way. It's in its own way it's not. You get to, like the kids that are coming in and stuff. You're surrounded by the same teachers. You're in the same place, but you learn new stuff, and it's an honors credit, and it's gonna look really good on a college application. I'm just saying, do it. I love Flex. And when did Flex click for you?
Flex clicked for me probably around the second month that I was in it. I would say when we were doing we had a topic on Romans and kind of Italy and all that type of stuff, and we talked about architecture, and that lesson's kind of always stuck for me because when I'm out, I kind of like see what we were talking about in real life. It's really cool.
I think it clicked like honestly within the first few weeks. Just feeling welcome and like getting to know upperclassmen and them being there for you.
so it actually took like 2 months for me to get adjusted to Flex, but after that it just got like really easy. You get used to the schedule, and it's been really good after that.
Flex clicked for me rather quickly, first week. I found it really easy to kind of share common interests with people and just kind of hang out, and I really like that, especially because I've always excelled in being a more language arts geared student.
This one, Flex takes time to click into. It's a whole new thing, a whole new different type of learning, which is super unique. Another reason why you should join. But like, obviously it's a whole it's all different because you're so used to raising your hand to ask a question. You're so used to like being in the same spot and sitting at a desk reading the same books constantly over and over again. It takes a minute for your learning to click. But with the people and stuff, instant click. I had people reaching their hands out to me and stuff, and like just being super kind. But it took me at least a month to click in.
So how has Flex changed you?
I think Flex has changed me in the sense that I'm able to use my knowledge in the real world, and I'm able to kind of see all these aspects of Flex kind of come together in real life.
Oh gosh. It's gotten me a lot more confident with my speaking skills, although I do tend to burst out in habit. Like, it's helped me become more social, and it's helped me adapt new techniques into my writing.
I think it's changed me in a good way. Like I said before, I think about what I've learned and like apply it to outside of school. And before that, in 8th grade, I didn't really do that. So,
It really gives you this new perspective on life. It like delves deeper into like the life of history, not just like the facts of history. I think that really just changes like your mindset about things.
Flex has changed me because it's taught me to work better with other people. I've typically just taken projects and done whatever I want. Flex has taught me to like listen and learn through other people.
Flex changed me and making me more productive and take a hold of my own learning and stuff. Like, I was so used to teachers blabbing at me and telling me what to do and stuff. Like, you gotta read this, this, and this by next week. And I'm like, dang. But with like Flex, you're given something and you're like, you could read it, you cannot read it, but depending on what you did, it would come out of it. And I'm like, okay, so I didn't put in the effort. I couldn't get what I wanted out of it. So I learned to put more effort into everything afterwards because I realized that I need to take a hold of myself and like do things.
Is that it?